In this episode of Gothic Gardening, I want to talk about vignettes. They are very popular inside homes, but I want to show that you can create a beautiful one in your garden as well, a very Gothic one. For me, the idea behind a vignette is to gather objects of various sizes, heights, dimensions, to create this bigger piece, to make a bigger statement. And the idea came about in this area because I like bigger statues in my garden, and I have these smaller items that just weren't fitting anywhere. No matter where I put them, they just didn't look good at all. In fact, they were becoming more of an eyesore. So I decided to create a vignette out of them. And I chose this spot under the honeysuckle to create this very Gothic vignette. I originally bought that mermaid to create a fairy tale area in my garden that had a riverbed and mermaids and mushrooms, but that idea turned out to be a disaster after we had our first heavy rain, so I did away with that. But I decided to keep the mermaid, and she looks great here. I got her at Ross 2 years ago, or a year ago. I painted her, aged her to make her look more appropriate. I love her Victorian look. And that metal cross there, I got it at Salvation Army around the time that I moved into this house. It looks very Gothic, and it's kind of heavy as well. And that rip tombstone with a cross, I got it at Home Depot last year. It was part of their Halloween collection. That smaller tombstone with a gargoyle on it, I got it at Target long time ago. It used to be for indoor use only, but he looks perfect out here. And that Gothic window back there, I decided to use it as the background to tie the whole thing in together. I got it at Design Toscano a long time ago. It used to be in my apartment. It was I used to use it as a wall decoration, but it looks perfect out here, and I couldn't find the appropriate space for it inside my house. As for this area, I'm going to be moving that statue someplace else and probably put something different there and plant some plants around that area. And something I want to point out is that I have a problem, I have a dilemma, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I have this honeysuckle and this rose bush growing rampantly around this area, and I feel like one is trying to outgrow the other one, like they're fighting for space and growth room. And right around this area is where the conflict starts. At one point, the honeysuckle was growing over the rose bush, so I had to cut it back a little bit. But I have to make a choice one of these days, a tough one. It's going to be a sad one. I'm going to either cut back the rose bush to allow the honeysuckle to expand, or cut back the honeysuckle and allow this rose bush to do its thing. Or maybe I'll just let them be and just let it play out and see how it goes, and just let them grow out of control. I'm not sure yet. It'll be a tough choice to make because I love both of these plants equally.